What if I told you one tiny English mistake can instantly make you sound like a beginner, even if your pronunciation is excellent?
Millions of English learners confidently say, I made my homework, I did a mistake, I made exercise. The problem is, native speakers never say these sentences.
And here's the surprising part. This isn't about difficult grammar. It's about learning one simple pattern that native speakers use every single day. Once you understand it, you'll stop guessing forever.
So here's today's challenge. Don't just watch, play along with us. Near the end of this lesson, we'll give you real everyday sentences and you'll have just a few seconds to choose, make or do. Let's see if you can score 10 out of 10.
By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly when to use make, when to use do, and your English will sound much more natural. Ready? Let's get started. All right, everyone. Let's start with the easiest rule. If you remember this one idea, you'll understand make and do much faster.
Great! What's the secret?
Here it is. Make equals create something. Do equals perform an action or activity.
Wait, that's actually much simpler than I expected.
Exactly. Let's see how it works. We use make when we create something that didn't exist before. For example, I made breakfast.
Before, there was no breakfast. Now there is. You created it.
Exactly. More examples. I made a cake. She made coffee. They made a video. We made a plan. He made a sandwich.
Every one of those creates something new.
Now, let's look at do. We use do for actions, activities, jobs, or tasks. For example, I did my homework.
You're performing an activity. You're not creating homework.
Exactly. More examples. I do exercise. She does yoga. They did the cleaning. We're doing our job. He does the laundry. Ryan, what did you do this morning?
First, I made coffee. Then, I did some work.
Perfect. Coffee was created. Work was an activity. Listen carefully. Make dinner.
Because you're creating dinner.
Do the dishes.
Because washing dishes is a task.
Make a phone call.
You're creating the call.
Do your best.
That's an action, not something you create. Let's practice. Repeat after us. I made lunch. I did my homework.
We made a decision.
They did the shopping.
Here's an easy question. Ask yourself, am I creating something? If yes, use make. If you're simply performing an activity, use do.
That's probably the easiest explanation I've ever heard. Okay, I understand the basic rule. But then, why do native speakers say, make a mistake, instead of do a mistake? And why do they say, do business, instead of make business?
Excellent question. Because English has some fixed expressions that every learner needs to know. And those are exactly what we'll cover next. You'll learn the most common make and do collocations that native speakers use every single day. Now let's learn something even more useful. Because native speakers don't just follow grammar rules, they also use fixed expressions.
You mean expressions we simply memorize?
Exactly. Let's start with the most common ones. Native speakers say, make breakfast, make lunch, make dinner, because you're creating food.
That one makes sense.
Now listen to these. Make a mistake, make a decision, make money, make friends, make progress, make a phone call, make a promise, make a plan.
Wow, those are really common.
Exactly. Let's hear them in real conversations. I made a mistake. We need to make a decision. She made a lot of friends. They're making good progress. My business makes good money. Now let's look at do. Native speakers say, do homework, do housework, do the dishes, do laundry, do exercise, do yoga, do business, do your best, do research, do work.
So, do usually goes with activities and responsibilities.
Exactly. Listen to these examples. I need to do my homework. He does the laundry every Sunday. They're doing business together. You always do your best. We're doing some research.
Ryan, what are your plans today? First, I'll do my homework. Then, I'll make dinner. After that, I'll do the dishes.
Now, let's fix some mistakes English learners often make. Make homework. Do homework. Do breakfast. Make breakfast. Do a mistake. Make a mistake. Make business. Do business.
I think I've made almost all of those mistakes before.
And that's okay. Every English learner does. The important thing is recognizing them. Choose the correct word. I need to blank my homework.
Do.
My mom is blank dinner.
Making.
They blank business together.
Do.
I blank a big mistake.
Made. Okay. These expressions are much easier now. But I still hear native speakers say things like, make someone happy, do someone a favor, make me laugh. Those don't seem to follow the simple rule.
Great observation. That's because make and do also have special meanings in everyday conversations. Let's explore those next with real-life American English examples.
All right, everyone. Now we're moving beyond the basic rules. This is where you'll start sounding much more like a native speaker. Because these are the expressions native speakers use every day?
Exactly. Let's start with one of the most common uses of make. Sometimes make doesn't mean create. Instead, it means cause something to happen. For example, you make me happy.
So, you cause me to feel happy?
Exactly. More examples. You make me laugh. She makes me smile. This movie made me cry. The news made everyone nervous.
I hear you make me laugh all the time.
Because it's one of the most common English expressions. Ryan, why do you always tell jokes?
Because I like making people laugh.
Mission accomplished. Now, let's look at another common use of do. Native speakers often say, "Can you do me a favor?"
I hear that everywhere. At work, at home, even at school.
Exactly. More examples. Could you do me a favor? He did me a huge favor. Thanks for doing that for me. Ryan, can you do me a favor?
Sure. What do you need?
Could you close the window?
Of course.
Done. Let's compare a few common situations. Make breakfast, because you're preparing food. Do the dishes, because you're completing a household task.
Make a phone call. You're creating the call. Do your homework. You're completing an activity.
Make a promise. Do your best. Make a list. Do exercise.
The more examples I hear, the easier it becomes.
Choose the correct word. Can you me a favor?
Do.
That joke, me laugh.
Made.
My mom is a shopping list.
Making.
I'm going to some exercise.
Do.
Here's an easy shortcut. When you hear a common expression, learn it as one complete phrase. Don't memorize just the word. Memorize, make a mistake, do homework, make friends, do business. Native speakers learn these as complete expressions.
That makes remembering them much easier. Okay, I think I'm finally getting it. But before we finish, can we compare make and do side by side in real conversations? Absolutely. That's coming up next. We'll put both words together in everyday situations. And after that, you'll know exactly which one to use without stopping to think.
All right, everyone. Now let's put everything together, because this is where you'll start thinking like a native speaker.
Perfect. I know the rules. I know the common expressions. Now I want to hear how people actually use them.
Let's do it. Ryan, what do you usually do every morning?
First, I make coffee. Then, I make breakfast. After breakfast, I do the dishes. Then, I do some exercise.
Perfect. Notice the pattern. You make food. You do activities. Imagine you're at work. Your manager says, "We need to make a decision today."
Because we're creating a final choice.
Exactly. Then your manager says, "Please do this report before lunch."
Now, it's a task, so we use do.
Exactly right. Imagine you're at home with your family. Your mom says, "Can you do the laundry?"
That's a household chore, so do the laundry.
Then she says, "Can you make some tea?"
Now I'm creating something, so make some tea.
Your friend tells a funny joke. You start laughing. What do you say?
You always make me laugh.
Perfect. Now your friend asks, "Can you do me a favor?"
Of course. What do you need?
Let's compare some of the most common expressions. Make breakfast, but do homework.
Make a mistake, but do your best.
Make money, but do business.
Make friends, but do housework.
Choose the correct word. I need to my bed.
Make,
We have to some shopping.
do,
My dad dinner every Sunday.
makes,
They a great job.
did.
Excellent. Wow. I'm finally starting to hear the difference naturally.
Exactly. And before we finish today's lesson, let's do one final challenge. We'll test everything you've learned with quick, real-life examples. Let's see if you can get every single one right.
All right, everyone. This is your final challenge. Let's see if you can choose the correct word without any help. Ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Complete the sentence. I need to blank my homework tonight.
I need to do my homework.
Perfect. Homework is an activity. My mom is blank dinner.
My mom is making dinner.
Exactly. She's creating food. They blank a big mistake.
They made a big mistake.
Excellent. That's one of the most common English expressions. We need to blank a decision.
We need to make a decision.
Perfect. I always blank my best.
I always do my best.
Exactly. Your jokes always make me laugh.
Fantastic! You got them all right. Let's review everything one last time. Use make when you create, build, or produce something. Examples: make breakfast, make coffee, make friends, make money, make a mistake, make a decision, make a phone call. Use do for activities, work, jobs, chores, and tasks. Examples: do homework, do housework, do exercise, do business, do the dishes, do the laundry, do your best.
Here's the easiest way to remember it. Ask yourself, am I creating something? Use make. Am I performing an activity or task? Use do. That one simple question makes everything easier.
Before we finish today's lesson, here's your challenge. Write one sentence in the comments using make and another sentence using do. We'll read as many comments as we can.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. That's how every fluent English speaker learns.
If today's lesson helped you, please like this video, subscribe to Talk Bella, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new English podcast.
Every week, we're here to help you understand real English, one conversation at a time.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, small improvements every day lead to big results.
See you in the next episode. Bye.